INSTGRAM videos.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to HLP Products, Half-Land Performance. So today in this video, I have some more exciting news. We are releasing some new products, and we also partnered with some more amazing companies, and a few of those they're kind of related in parts, but obviously if you follow us at all on our Instagram, which is Half-Land Performance, we partnered with ProCharger for our supercharger kit, which we are still developing, guys. I know it's taken quite a while. We initially said that we would be developing it, I believe like 2 years ago, but for an entire year, we did absolutely nothing with it. It went nowhere. Had a lot of personal stuff happen, but anyways, we're back on it. The first step was partnering with ProCharger. We were gonna use a Rotec supercharger, but to limit, any naysayers or anybody saying, we just copied another supercharger kit that's out there, we decided to go with ProCharger. Plus, ProCharger has much better customer service. They also offered some R&D help and some sample superchargers that we can use to test the different horsepower range, where Rotec was basically unresponsive, a little hard to communicate with. I don't know if it's a language barrier or what. I think they're in the UK. I might be wrong. They may be in Australia. But anyways, we also partnered with Titan Motorsports. If you guys know, they have world record setting Supras. So those are a couple of the partnerships that we have came through with in 2022. And 2023 we have another, we actually have two more, so I will get into that with this video. Like I said, guys, if you don't follow our Instagram, please do. We update in real time, and we have just released our HLP Stage 1 Wild Street camshafts. So they are 100% plug and play, no spring change required. You literally swap the cams out, take the old cams out, put the new cams in, set the valve lash as you need to do with any cam swap, even if you're swapping between OEM, because the cams wear differently. And of course ours, the lift's gonna be slightly different. It's just gonna be a different profile. So you're gonna wanna set your valve lash completely cold. We usually leave the car overnight to sit, not ran, just leave it sit, and then the next morning we'll set the valve lash. That's how we do it, just to be sure, because obviously whenever things heat up, they expand. So you want to make sure that the valve adjustment or the valve lash bolts or nuts, the adjustment screw is not heated up or expanded, because it's such a fine, very small measurement that it will throw it off. All right. So our HLP Stage 1 Wild Street cams are now available online on our store. Go to HondaJSeriesEngine.com, click the shop tab. We have Gen 2 J Series available right now. So that would be J30 A4 A5, J32 A3, J35 A5, A6, A8, and A9, and then J37 A1. We do have a set or a batch of Gen 1 cams for our Stage 1 cams being cut now, and that would encompass the J30 A1 A2, the J32 A1, the J32 A2, the J35 A1 through A4. That would be the Gen 1. So we are getting those cut, but for now we have the Gen 2, and our online store does list all the different generation of engines for your fitment. And then we're also going to work on the Z motors, which we currently have our Stage 2 for the Z3, the Z6, and some others. And then we're working on finding Y cams, man. Y cams are a little hard to find, but as always, if you have a spare set, you can send it in under our cutting service. That will get you a $60 discount, and then also the core fee is completely waived, being that you're sending in your core. So you not only don't have to pay the core fee, but you also save $60 off by sending your cams in and getting them cut, being that we don't have to supply them, we don't have to stock them, we don't have to source them, you know. So take a look at our online store. HLP Stage 1 Wild Street cams are now available. First, guys, I would like to ask if you find anything helpful in this video, you like the J Series platform, or you want to see it grow and follow along as we help bring out some new products for the J Series lineup and support this entire platform, please hit the like button, subscribe, because it does help with the channel. And the more subscribers, the more likes, the more views, the more we can bring more content to you guys. All right, so let's go. All right, so walking over to our little R&D station over here. Don't mind this, guys. If you know, then you know. We're working on another product. Like I said, guys, in regards to the supercharger, everything takes time, takes money, takes know-how, takes machining, takes all that good stuff. So people that are like, he's never gonna release the supercharger, or we won't. We will, guys. It takes time. If anybody has, you know, $10,000 to $20,000 to give us, feel free. We'll take it and we'll develop the kit. The announcement that we have is our new HLP V2 lightweight crank pulley. As you can see here, the machining is absolutely beautiful, guys, and this video does not do the gold anodizing justice. So there's a few differences between our V1 lightweight crank pulley and our V2. Difference would be the gold anodizing, and we decided to do that for, you know, colder climate customers that have salted roads after it snows and the roads get salted to eat away or melt the snow. The anodizing will help keep the overall surface of the metal just in better condition overall, and protect it a little better so it doesn't start degrading or anything like that. But this is 6061 billet, US billet, not Chinese billet or anything like that you see, you know, elsewhere. Secondly, we reduced it by a few grams, so it's our V2 is slightly lighter than our V1, but honestly, guys, maintaining the structural stability, not stability, but the structural strength of the pulley, and balancing wise, there wasn't a whole lot we can do. We were thinking about basically boring out in between these centers in here, but once it went to balancing, because we've never had a defect on our pulleys whatsoever, guys. We've sold literally hundreds of these, and the balancing it's such the tight tolerances that I believe we're down to 1/4 of a gram for the balancing tolerances. So you can imagine that's very, very tight, very smooth operation. So like I said, there wasn't much to take off, but we were able to shave a little bit down through here and there. But honestly, doing anything else, this is the most affordable design that we could develop without putting too much machining and raising the cost of the pulley. So everything will come standard. It will come standard, being slightly lighter, you know, by a couple grams, and then also the anodizing, the gold anodizing, will be standard for all of our pulleys going forward. Now, what I know you guys were probably peeping in the background here is the big announcement that we have. So we want to encompass all the J Series customers, and a lot of customers with this platform are utilizing them in a swap application, whether it be like a sand rail, you know, J Series Civic, whatever it may be. We wanted to make sure that we support those guys. So whether it be like autocross, dirt ovals, which we have tons of sponsorships for dirt oval, road track racing, Sebring. We just brought another guy on that he races at Sebring, so we will be posting and being tagged in some of his Instagram accounts. But we partnered with Performance Adapters, so we're extremely honored that the owner would reach out to us and see if we wanted to partner up. And I think it's a perfect partnership for what we do. We have tons of great ideas. He has a lot of the machining background and capabilities where we have a lot of ideas, R&D, you know, a larger following with the J Series platform because we've been doing this for nearly 2 decades now, but established as a company for roughly 4 to 5 years. But this adapter plate is the FRS BRZ adapter plate. So it's a square bell housing. It's not the rounded off bell housing for like the J35 A8 and then the Z and the Y motors. They come with the circular bell housing where the Gen 1, Gen 2, like the Acura CL, the 3.2 TLs, the 0307 Accord, the J35 A1 all the way up to A7, they all have the squared off bell housing. So we will be supporting the square and the round bell housing, but this particular kit right here is the J Series square bell housing. So J30 A1 all the way up to J30 A5, J32 A1 all the way up to J32 A3, J35 A1 all the way up to J35 A7. All right, so this is what this kit is for, the square bell housing, but it's a BRZ to FRS. So like I was saying, guys, this is the squared off Gen 1 bell housing J Series to FRS BRZ. Now we're gonna come out and we're gonna support 2 different clutch styles. We're gonna have the single disc and we're gonna have the twin disc. So you can choose between, you know, a Spec 3 Plus or Clutch Master. I forget the part code for it, but we're gonna offer 2 discs. So you can go with the single disc clutch or you can go with the twin disc clutch, which obviously is like super high horsepower, 1,000 horsepower plus. And for the most part, a lot of our customers will be, you know, if you're running a sand rail, you're probably gonna go with a single disc. All right, but some of the different applications we're going to be offering is J Series to BRZ FRS, J Series to T56 or GM T56, T56 Magnum 6-speed manual. We're going to be offering the J Square to J Round transmission. So if you have an older Gen 1 transmission like that, so that's a 6-speed, that's from a 04 to 06 3.2 TL 6-speed transmission. Now if you have that and you want to go with a Z, J35Z or J35Y 6-speed transmission, it's going to be a circular bell housing pattern. So we're going to support that also. So you can go Gen 1 square bell housing to Gen 2 or Gen 3 round if you can't find a square transmission. All right, so then we're also going to offer the J to Ford modular, which is the 6R80, you know, the guys with the Coyote 10-speed automatics that are pushing, you know, 1,000, 1,200 horsepower through their stock transmissions, which is insane. And then we're also going to be offering the J Series to RX8 adapter kits and everything. So we're running a little behind on making up our listing, but it will be live on our store by next week, and the kits will come with everything you need, guys. It will come with all the installation hardware. It will come with the billet flywheel, the adapter plate, and if your kit calls for it, it will come with frame spacers to lower the frame. Whatever it may need, you guys will 100% get the full kit ready to go, everything to bolt on. The only thing you'll need to do on your end is choose which clutch you want to go with. So if you want to run, you know, a Clutch Master or a Spec or whatever that may be, that's the only thing you guys will have to acquire on the side. Outside of that, guys, you're getting everything. The billet flywheel already with a bearing in place. You're going to get the adapter plate. You're going to get all the installation hardware. Like I said, if it's applicable, you're going to get the lowering the frame spacers to lower the frame. basically everything. And of course, guys, as always here at HLP, we're going to offer the best pricing on the market. So normally these kits will retail around, you know, $1,450 to $1,500, where we're going to offer the single disc for $1,250 and the twin disc for $1,400. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to offer the single disc for $1,200 and the twin disc for $1,400. So like I said, guys, you're going to get the best pricing here at HLP. And then also, once our listing is live on our store next week, we're going to take another $50 off if you guys pre-order. So you're going to save roughly $100 per kit, whatever kit you get, if you guys order direct through us, HLP Products. Now, if you compare that, guys, to other transmission adapter plates, you know, whether J to K or whatever that way may be, I forgot, we're going to be coming out with a J to K kit. So just stay tuned, guys. It's going to be on our store listing, but you can also check our Instagram because we already made a post about this. But you can check our Instagram. We're going to have basically J to T56, J to FRS, BRZ, J to RX8, J square to J round, J Ford modular, 6R80 Ford, J to RX8. That's pretty much what we have right now in the works, all right? And like I said, you're gonna get a discount if you pre-order, and then we're also normal pricing. We're gonna have the best pricing on the market. But something I did want to touch on, guys, if you compare our kits, Performance Adapters and Half-Lamp Performance, our partnered kit, if you compare that to current kits on the market, you'll see that for basically the same price, actually more, for $1,250, there are other kits out there for $1,250, $1,250, where all they are supplying is the adapter plate and the mounting hardware. They're not supplying any of the flywheel bolts, as you can see there. So you get everything, guys. I'm telling you, everything. All the flywheel bolts, all the adapter plate mounting bolts, you get the frame spacers, you get everything. You get the adapter plate, and you get the billet flywheel, you know, which is a roughly $600 to $700 value if you went with another kit on the market that was $1,250. Then you would have to buy whatever clutch you want, you know, roughly, you know, $600 to $800. Then you would have to pick your flywheel. For the same price, guys, we're offering the adapter plate, the billet flywheel, already with the bearing installed, all the installation hardware, everything you need, and all you need to do is pick whatever clutch manufacturer you want. And if you want to run single disc, which we're going to offer our kits for $1,200, and then if you want to run big power twin disc, pure racing application, our kits are going to cost $1,400 on Half-Lamp Performance, our online store. All right, so I mean, that's huge news, guys. That opens the door for so many different applications. Like I said, whether you're a Sanrail, you're a J Series swap into a Civic, RX8, whatever you may be, now you have the option to not have to run the 500 wheel torque limit J Series transmissions, or even the K Series. You can go, if you want to go rear wheel drive, you can take a GM, a Corvette T56 or T56 Magnum. I believe they came in more cars than just the Corvette or the Camaro, but just using that example, so you can take those that hold 1,000 horsepower, go rear wheel drive, use our kit that includes everything you need, including the billet flywheel, everything ready to install, the adapter, and then just choose your clutch, and you're good to go, guys. You know, unlike other kits on the market that's just the adapter plate, and then you need to go out, you need to buy the flywheel, then you need to buy the clutch kit or whatever it may be. So it's just something to think about. And furthermore, guys, the last update or product release that we just finalized our vendor account with Spec clutches. So I don't know if you guys know that, but we run a Spec 3+ clutch in Bertha, which holds, I believe, 580 or 680 torque. So it holds about 680. I think it's 680 foot-pounds of torque, or pound-feet. I'm sorry, foot-pounds, pound-feet? I don't know. So 680, which is huge. So, you know, roughly for a J Series car, that would be about 800 horsepower. You know, 750 to 800 horsepower. And the clutch pedal is like, it's almost stock. It's a little stiffer than stock, but guys, I love it. Obviously we put 35,000 miles on our turbo setup thus far, 550 wheel horsepower, 35,000 miles on it. Never had a single issue with the clutch, but for some reason the clutch throwout bearing we've had issues with, but that's not clutch, that has nothing to do with spec or the clutch or anything like that. I think it's just the OEM throwout bearings that we're using. So anyways guys, we're not only going to offer the full adapter plates with the adapter plate, the billet flywheel, bearing already installed, all the installation hardware, the flywheel hardware, frame spacers if you need it, but also on our online store, HondaJSeriesEngine.com, click the shop tab. We're also going to be offering the spec clutches. So if you want to run a spec clutch, which we feel is one of the top line clutches available, them and Clutchmaster. So between those two, which we're going to work on Clutchmaster, we're going to offer a one-stop shop for any swap situation or application you may have, or even if you just want to, you know, take your Accord and go rear-wheel drive with it or something, or if you want to go J to K and then put a K-Series dog box in your K-Series transmission, we'll have the adapter to go from a J-Series. If you like I said, if you have an Accord, you have a J-Series 6-speed, you know, you can go to a K-Series transmission, run our adapter plate, run a K-Series dog box, keep it front wheel drive, and just eat, dude. Or you can go with the STI EJ kit, which I believe those transmissions hold roughly about 800 horsepower and they're all-wheel drive. Or you can, I think there's something you can do with the differential and then convert it to front wheel drive. So that's huge news, guys. So just stay tuned. I hope you liked the video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, a like, a share, and follow us on Instagram. Like I said, we usually update there real time. We have not released or stated that we have partnered with Spec on Instagram yet, so you guys are getting the first dibs on that announcement. And also, keep an eye out. We will have our J-Series baffled oil pans coming out. And damn, that reminds me. So for the kit, certain kits are also going to get a low profile oil pan. So like I said, guys, it's going to be a 100% plug and play kit that we're going to offer. If your kit needs a low profile oil pan, it's going to be included with it. Obviously there's going to be a cost, but it's not going to be anywhere near, you know, what anyone else would charge. We're going to offer a one-stop shop plug and play kit for whatever application we offer the adapters for. All right guys, I hope you like it. Peace out.